and welcome back to the show. Let's jump into the review, but before we do, guys, don't forget to follow me and subscribe on the Instagram. You'll see the bumper come up. Want to give a big thanks to all my new followers. Thank you for subscribing to the show and liking what I got to offer in the reviews. In addition to that, guys, I want to thank my 3 new followers who've been showing some love and some engagement in the comments section. So thank you so much to Angelo, Orlando, and Walter for sharing your thoughts, talking to me about your action figures and what you have. Let's jump in, and before we begin to look at this guy, let's talk about some housekeeping here. Let's take a look. As usual, we get the McFarlane's stand, the DC stand. Greatly appreciated, but not needed. We'll put that to the side. Then we've got the beautiful trading card or action figure card. Again, guys, love me some toy photography versus the actual figure on the cover. You know, the graphic novel, or forgive me, the drawing of the figure. I prefer the toy photography to understand and get great ideas. And in the back, we've got the story, which is a story I read to you in the beginning. But if you want to read it again, let me get it in focus here. There we go. Take a moment to pause the video and read it. All right, and let's continue. Now, the next thing, the only accessories you're getting are the 2 katanas, as you guys can see them here. And the way that they're designed kind of, I'm not saying that it is, kind of gives me that whole blade look to it. Even though blade has a straight sword, I believe it's not a katana, it's not curved. But I love the way these swords look, and we're going to look at it at the figure itself. All right, so let's jump in it. But before we take a look at the figure in itself, let's talk about them pants. When I first saw the image of the figure, I wasn't too happy. It wasn't until I started seeing a couple of reviews and more pictures and people in hand. Even saw a dude customizing it all around where the pants are to give him more of a flexibility on that. Obviously, I'm not that daring, as you guys can see, since I'm new to customizing. But let's talk about these MC Hammer pants. I don't get them. When I got the figure about 2 or 3, sorry about that. Let me adjust the camera. When I got the figure 2 or 3 days ago, I was just looking at the box. I didn't take them out. I like to take it out when I'm about to start shooting, so you guys can see it's fresh out of the box. I'll mess around a little bit with the articulation. We'll get into that. But man, but I get it. I understand, guys. Before you eat me alive on the comments, it's some kind of an Arab wardrobe or I don't, a garment or something like that. Again, he's got his own style, which is amazing. But I never felt in the comics, I could see that he has them also very big baggy MC Hammer pants. That's what I like to call them. At least that's what they look like to me. But again, I wasn't feeling it, and I get that it's part of his costume. I will tell you this, guys, even before we begin the articulation, you already can see, I don't see where this is double jointed knees, so don't expect anything from that. But the McFarlane mechanism in the middle, when I did take him out of the box, I can tell you you're going to be able to get some amazing poses for him. And they designed this swivel here, so you'll be able to get those crazy poses that he likes to do in the comic. But overall, look at this guy here. Now, I do know the little that I read of him, but I think that he does have now a huge following ever since his creation. I love the symbol. This is the symbol for him, for the Ghostmaker. The name, I was never feeling it, but I like how badass he is. Again, spoiler alert, if you don't want to, I'm going to say this quickly, or you can mute it. And once I put the figure back over there, you'll know that I stopped talking about it. But being that the story of him going up against Bruce Wayne and training with him, you know, in the comic that Bruce saw the symbol, I wasn't too happy at the end that he partnered with Batman. I would have liked him to have been an amazing foe with him. per se in the story of it, so we can see more of him fighting with the Batman. But that's okay. I'm sure they'll revisit that. I'm sure something along the way will be crossed. Now, for the Katanas, this design was well done. The garb was very well done. Now, I was looking at it thinking maybe it'll be difficult for you customizers out there, but you know what? Where there's a will, there's a way. You guys are probably gonna, if you guys customize this, you need to share the link with me and let me know how you did it. But I like to see an actual cloth, even though, one, McFarlane did an amazing job by making the cape static, not flowing or in action, so that's what I like. Two, it's a pliable plastic, so if you're animating it, you'll be able to move it around and, you know, definitely hide the wires to give it the effect of a flowing cape. The design of this is amazing. He put the sheath there for the swords. Let's get one in there so you guys can see. I believe this is for the big sword there, of course, and for the smaller sword. Or did I get it backwards? Give me a second. Just one woman, gotta pull him off to the side. So yeah, the small sword will go to the top. It's just in packaging. The sheath is already bent. So all right, we'll revisit the small sword because I think the sheath is all warped from the packaging, so I'm probably gonna have to heat that up to get that in there. And so again, guys, with this figure, it looks pretty cool. I really wish I can get this other sword in there. And the swords, guys, that's probably why I'm having a hard time. Again, McFarlane, it's just, you know, these swords, and then your packaging is just a pain in the ass to get these figures out of there. So I'll bring the figure back now. Give me a second, guys. Trying to work this in there. There we go. That's just an amazing, amazing static look right there. Love that. Love that look. Look at this thing. Of course, you guys know my pet peeve with McFarlane. They're top heavy. Alright, so I'm just going to lean him up against the cave there so you guys can see him. The coloring looks amazing, giving me a chance here to be able to reach him and look at him. Again, top heavy, pain in the ass to get him to stand the way I need him to. There we go. Absolutely unit. Just amazing detailings on that. Look at the sculpting on the fabric, man. It's just great, man. That leather look here. Look at that. It's just fantastic. The armor here. And the articulation, guys, is not that bad. Wait until we start looking at the articulation. However, I will tell you, it has that ratchet system here that you need to probably press down to move it in some of the figures that I've seen and some of the videos that I watch. And again, guys, I do watch your videos. I do go out there and watch and participate so I can understand the figure. But let's begin with that articulation so we can get to it so you guys, you animators, know what you're dealing with. The head can go side to side. That beautiful helmet. He goes all the way up, goes all the way down. So you definitely get that. As far as the arm goes, it can go all the way because the armor does spin under, but be careful. It's a pliable armor. It does bend in easily and it curves in. You can get the arm up here, but you are flexing in the armor. You do get a bicep swivel, as you can see there. And there you go. It looks like this is a double jointed, obviously, so he can reach for the swords with his other hand when he's trying to draw them. So you do get that in there. Waist articulation, you do get the swivel here and there. Not a whole lot of crunch. You're not going to get that crunch in there because of the uniform. The uniform is obstructing the crunch, but that's okay. Sorry about that. You do get the McFarlane mechanism down there for the action figure. The leg goes all the way out here, can go all the way out here. You do get the legs, the knee swivel here, which is amazing. We'll get that in there, but you know, again, the MC Hammer pants are in the way there. Now he's standing, thank God. So let's take a look at the knee. The knee articulates, I think, about this far, not double jointed knees. You get the ankle ball bearing, as you guys can see there. And then you get the toe articulation. So with that said, you can get those poses there, because that's what they did with that knee. They decided to remove the double joint. Plus, I don't think it works very well with those pants, but you get the swivel, so you can get those martial arts poses that he likes to do in the comic book. And you got to be careful, guys. And I'm sorry, I know you guys hate it when I take them off camera. You do have to be careful just a little bit, because the knees, that plastic tends to pinch your fingers. So you get this pose. Let me. Yeah, you can tell I'm a little frustrated. I hate when they fall down, trying to get them to articulate or stand. So I'm going to put them in a regular stand so I can show you how the swords fit in the hand. You do have to swivel them in there a little bit. So as you can see, the sword is already, I hate these soft swords. I get it. The sheath will probably bend the sword and break it if he puts a much harder plastic for it. But let's see here. Wow, this whole episode is one giant blooper. That I can tell you. So there he is. I'll fix the other sword for you guys now. Let's see here. Okay, so the hand is a little rough. The sword just is, you know, pain in the ass. Again, McFarlane. So again, guys, this figure looks good, man. It's just very stiff. Again, I like it. The pants is the only thing that gets to me. I don't get it, but I understand it. But overall, it's not a bad figure for you to get if you're going to add him. For you animators out there, he does have good articulation in poses that you want to put him in. Mainly in the top. No ab crunch, so you don't expect that. But do expect to have a fantastic, aesthetically beautiful figure. If you're going to film him from the waist up, he is just amazing. And he'll definitely combine with your Mortal Kombat to fight them. So this does look good. Let me know, guys, in the comment if this is something that you're going to pick up for your collection. I know I ordered another one. And you saw on Instagram where I posted that on Amazon. I ordered it, but I got the artist proof. I didn't want that crap. I'm not going to sit there and paint this. When I want to customize it, I'll get one of those artist proof. So, word to the wise, guys. Be careful before you order. So you don't get that gray one. And if you do, just return it like I did and got this one. Overall, guys, let me know in the comments what you think. Ring the notification, hit the like button, and most of all, guys, which helps the channel out, subscribe to the channel. Helps me grow with you. We can do many things together on this channel. So with that said, I don't think I have any further information or any other thing to say about this. That this figure looks amazing. I'm definitely going to do some nice pictures with it and hopefully loosen him up a little bit. But so with that, this is Red, and guess what, guys? I'm out.